the name of Allah, the most merciful and kindness. My name is Anas Ali God. I am from BBA to K19. Today I am with different topics which are related with the subject business law and taxation. My first topic is introduction of contract. My second topic is valid contract. My third topic is indemnity contract. My fourth topic is bailment contract. Here the first topic is about what is contract. A contract is an agreement between two parties which are binding themselves according to the contract. Two parties, those who are signing a contract, these both parties are going to do the work according to the contract which is written. In the contract they have to do the work. A contract had the different things like it has an agreement, consideration, promise. Different things are being seen in the contract. After we call that the valid contract and void contract. These are the different contracts are in the name of Allah, the most merciful and kindness. My name is Anas Ali God. I am from BBA to K19. Today I have a different topics which are related with the subject business law and taxation. My first topic is introduction of contracts. My second topic is valid contract. My third topic is indemnity contract. My fourth topic is bailment contract. Here the first topic is about the contract. That what actually the contract is. A contract is an agreement between two parties which are creating or defining obligation between the both parties. A contract is a contract where two parties are liable to do the work according to the contract. A contract includes different things which makes contract essential. For suppose agreement, consideration, legal objects and contractual capacity. These are some essential points for the contract. What is the difference between a contract and agreement? An agreement includes proposal and promise, and agreement is not enforceable at law. But contract is enforceable in law, as well as that a contract has the promise as well as law. That's why it is enforceable at law. A contract consists two elements. For suppose an agreement and a promise. Here an agreement is a promise of people that both parties are liable to do the work according to the contract. The second is promise. Both parties promise that they will accomplish their work on the time when the contract requires their work, then they have to do their work according to the contract. It's called promise. These are the two elements of the contract wherever the contract will be made, that these both things will be done there. Here some are the essentials of the contract, like first, intention to create a contract. Both parties must have to do the contract where they seem need of a contract, then they have to do the contract. The second is offer and acceptance. Offer is made by offerer to offeree, and offer is accepted by offeree, and he has the only ability that he can only agree on it. No one can force offeree that he has to accept it without any consideration or any legal object. He has to accept it by by his heart, and he has the ability to do the contract with the offerer. The third is consideration. Consideration is the most important for every contract. In simple, consideration is something in return. The people they get something in return we call consideration. The fourth is lawful object of the agreement. Lawful object must be in the contract. That people they should have the lawful object in contract, then the contract will be made. If people they say that we are going to do contract with unlawful object, then there will be no any kind of the enforceable for that contract in the law. For it, that you must have the legal objects and lawful objects. Here the second topic is valid contract. A contract that meets all of the essentials points that called valid contract. A valid contract includes the essential points like agreement, consideration, legal objects, contractual capacity. These are the essential elements for every contract, as well as the valid contract also requires these kind of the things. Second point is a lawful consideration. A lawful consideration requires by valid contract, where that the lawful consideration must be legal consideration for the both parties. It must not be unlawful. And the second point is lawful objects are in valid contracts. Lawful objects are the essential in a valid contract. Unlawful objects must not be considered in a valid contract, and the valid contract will not be done without any lawful objects. For it, that you have to consider your lawful consideration and lawful object to make the valid contract. These are the some essentials of the valid contract that you have to make, or you have to focus on them after you can do the valid contract. Without these essential elements of the contract, then you cannot have any kind of the thing that you made valid contract. You must have to keep in your focus that these three are the most essential to do the contracts. For making the valid contract, you have to keep these things in mind. The first one is an offer by one party and acceptance by other party. The one party that offered to other party is called offerer, and whom it offers is called offeree that accepts it by heart, by consideration, by legal objects that he puts in his mind after he accepts that thing. No one can force offeree that you must have to accept it. He accepts it in his own heart. This is called an offer by one party and acceptance by other party. The second is an intention to create legal relations. A legal relations are most essential for the valid contract. You must have not the illegal relations between the parties, that the legal relations are required. Third is lawful consideration. Lawful consideration is one kind of the best thing that we can have in a valid contract. Lawful consideration could be money, any kind of the thing that accepted by offeree during contracts. This is called valid contract elements. This is the third topic in my video is indemnity contract. What is an indemnity contract? An indemnity contract is a contract where one party promises to other party that it will compensate all the losses of him in the contract which are being written, then he will compensate that kind of the losses of a person. he saves him from the losses. In other words, you can say an indemnity contract is a contract where one party promises to other party that he or she will compensate the losses of other person is called indemnity contract. The meaning of the indemnity contract is simple, that you have to compensate other person. Here these are the two parties of a contract. The first one is indemnity holder or indemnified or promisee, you can say. Second is indemnifier or promisor. Indemnity holder is the one who is being compensated by indemnifier, and the second is indemnifier is the one who compensates indemnity holder. So these are the two only parties which are being seen in the indemnity contract. The fourth topic is bailment contract. What actually the bailment contract is? A bailment contract is a delivery of a goods by one person to another for some purpose. A bailment contract is all about the delivery of a goods. One promise that he will deliver the goods to other person is called bailment contract. This is all about the purpose of a person, that he delivers that things, and the person who is a bailee, that he wants to get the goods for doing some kind of the thing with that goods is called the purpose of the bailee. Here are the two parties of a contract and the bailment contract. The one is bailer and second is bailee. The bailer is the one who promises to deliver the goods to person, and the bailee is the one whom the goods are going to be delivered. This is called the bailee. Here some are the essential points which are being kept in mind when the bailment contract is going to be done. The first thing is parties. That the bailment contract should have the parties. The parties are, the first is bailer, the second is bailee. These are the two parties in a bailment contract that we call the parties. The second is delivery of a goods. Delivery of a goods is the main focus of the bailment contract. A bailment contract is said because of a delivery of a goods. A delivery of a goods is being seen in the bailment contract. One, the bailer who promises that he will deliver the goods to bailee is called delivery of a goods. The third is no ownership. Bailee should not have to say that he is the owner of the goods which are being delivered by bailer. Bailee must have to say that these are the goods which comes from bailer. Then he has to say that I am not the owner of these kind of the goods. The owner is the bailer who gives me these things only for work or the purpose that I have, and I have only paid or give some kind of the money in the consideration of that person. But he must not have to say that I am going to give the name that these goods are mine. No, he must have to say that the ownership is only of the bailer on these things. The fourth thing is condition of returning. When bailee he has gotten the goods from the bailer, then the work that he does with goods after the purpose of a person accomplished, then he has to return all the goods to the bailer according to the contract which is being written by both parties or done by both parties. The fifth is purpose. A bailee must have a purpose to do the contract. Bailee must have the purpose to use the goods that he has gotten from the bailer. Bailer has also the purpose to deliver the goods. Bailee must have also the purpose that whom these goods are being used by this person. These are some of the essential points of the bailment contract where the things are going to be considered in the bailment contract. I hope that you have understand all these 4 topics which are related with business law and taxation. And last, thank you for listening this whole video.